We're now delighted to be joined over the telephone by Mr. Tarek Hanafy, our sports critic. A very good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Tarek. Let me start by asking you, Egypt has been placed in Group A in the 2026 Cup World Qualifier. What is your assessment of the group Egypt has been placed in?
Well, first of all, we need to, if we're going to look at opposition, so like you said, Ethiopia, Burkina Faso, Djibouti, Guinea-Bissau, and Sierra Leone, they're all countries that have never participated in a World Cup. So that's to our advantage. I think the strongest team in the bunch is Burkina Faso, who managed to reach the semi-finals of the African Cup of Nations in Cameroon.
Yes.
And they do have a few quality players. But again, Egypt should be on top of this group. At least this is how it should go. But again, Burkina Faso is a team to consider and to study. They have a great player called Tapsoba, a defender for Bayer Leverkusen, who's a very good player. And again, they have Blati Touré, who is a bit more known to the Egyptian public, given that he plays for Pyramids.
Right.
So overall, it should be it shouldn't be too difficult for Egypt. But again, nothing is a given in football.
Yes, Mr. Tarek. Now, Egypt is in the first classification of African countries. What exactly does that mean?
It means that we avoided the countries the countries that you mentioned before, like Senegal, Nigeria. Cameroon, Morocco, all these teams were top seeds, so they managed to top their groups and not play against each other. So that was an important achievement for us.
Right. What does Egypt's national team need to reach, in your opinion, the 2026 World Cup at the formation? You know, with regards to their plan, their fitness levels.
Well, first of all, I'd like to talk about Rui Vitoria, who's our coach since 2022 now. He's had 7 games for Egypt, won the 7. I think he's still building the favorite team. He's selected around 40 players up until now, 40 different players from different clubs and local and international clubs, of course. So again, I think he's still looking for his best side, his best 11. That he's going to rely on eventually in 2026. I think he takes a proper look at youth teams in terms of the Egyptian national team. He's very involved in whatever is happening in the youth Egyptian national team. So he goes to matches. He sends scouts to follow the players. So I think he's, again, building his team. And of course, we're going to have to be up there in terms of fitness. I think we took a good lesson in 2018 when we last played in the World Cup.
Yes.
Our the third match against Saudi Arabia, I think the players were completely exhausted, which was quite a shame in such a big tournament to not be able to at least compete in terms of fitness. So, of course, it's going to be a huge part of it. But again, the most important part is finding a team that has harmony, spending a whole month together. If we manage to qualify, to spend a whole month together as a team is something that needs a lot of team coherence, team spirit. So yeah, it's all about building a team that can compete together and hopefully achieve something big.
Absolutely right. Wishing them all the best of luck. And I'd like to thank you very, very much, Mr. Tarek Hanafy, our sports critic. Thank you so much, sir, for all your time and your insight.